All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Cleveland Browns. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Set. Choose the mic. Stay. Come on. He's crossing. He's checking crowd. Kill. Check 24.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. Space to maneuver at the 40. It's a foot race. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Houston. Tevin Coleman, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for, because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they have both. Overcommitting in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, team 6.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Whitney Merciless barreling in for the sack.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. This is taken at the 18. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. On 2nd and 9, Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. I know this defense knew it coming into the game, Charles, and they know it even more now. DeAndre Hopkins is a tough cover.
And anytime you see him out there and there's less than double or triple teaming him, take a shot with it. Just what you're talking about. If he's such a tough cover, one guy's not going to get it done. Throw the ball out there. Let him go get it.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Big time drive. Let's get my touch.
From the gun, Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Hey, alert 33.
Mayfield on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Hey, exit. Pistol.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. The 20. Touchdown, Houston. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play that time for Cleveland. 53 yards.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Taywan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. Watson to Hopkins for a huge hookup. 55 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
They'll run it. This is Muhammad. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Michael set. I'm going to run you up. I'm going to run you up.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off of play action, it's Watson going for it all. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Second and 12 at the 23-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Alert, 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 alert.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, and it's third down. We documented it last week. They played so well defensively. 4 interceptions. Tried to get their hands on another one there.
And when you've had 4 the previous week, you are just itching for more the very next week. And there was a great opportunity. It went by the wayside, but let's not underscore what's going on with this defensive unit. They are around the ball every time it's being put in the air.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll run on first down. Muhammad slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up second and 12 at the Browns.
On second and 12, Watson letting one go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. From the gun, here's Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So on fourth down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that'll push the lead up to 17. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Man open, that's Damian Radley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Damian Radley. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting. And the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Still's the intended target, and it's third down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Throwing on third down, Watson. With a catch made by Hopkins. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping them from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. Yeah, this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. To throw, Mayfield. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Mayfield now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. On second and very short, Mayfield throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, and it's third down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. From the 22, Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The Texans on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On second down now, Muhammad. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Texans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Here's Watson to throw on third down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Brandon, these quarterbacks had their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get 2 hands on the football and pick it off.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, Haywood!
Following the interception, Mayfield. Ball going deep here for Taylor. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
To throw again on second down, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Watch the ship.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. Darren Lee there to get him down.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On second and 9, Mayfield. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So on fourth down, out comes the Browns kicker, Austin Seibert. On the left hash mark, this is a 38-yard attempt. Seibert's kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
A loss of 13 yards. It's second down.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Room past the 20. 27 yards there, a first down.
A gain of 27 on the play. First down, Texans.
So that'll back him up 5.
Let's go. Get excited. Let's go.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. The final shot before the break. Watson buying time to his left. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Mayfield, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Whitney, merciless, picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one's maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? 300, that means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through him right now, throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Alert, 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 alert.
Throwing, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. 3rd and long for Mayfield. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. And a fake here, direct snap to the up man. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
Check back. 31.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Tevin Coleman with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Point it right.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Mayfield. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And the ball is knocked out. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
On 1st down, Coleman. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. On the carry, it's Muhammad.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just gave you.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. J.J. Watt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Go, go.
Here's Mayfield. Dancing, and the pressure gets to him again.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And he's going to go down again. J.J. Watt able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 2nd and 9, Watson. This one brought in by the 6'5" tight end Waring. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now Watson into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup. They'll run on 1st down. Muhammad, and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession. On second down, it's Coleman. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Tevin Coleman, 73 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was trying to go back to Beckham there. And it's third down.
Alert, 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 alert. Mike 41, Mike 40. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Keep it up. 41's coming, 41's a Mike.
From the gun, Mayfield. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Here we go.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. Third down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, and they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Steps away to his left. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Got an open man, it's Ratley. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Mayfield now from the 50.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Mayfield now looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Demetrius Harris, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Mayfield to throw it. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Damian Ratley with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Browns get a score closer.
Hey, high 7.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now it's Watson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Larry Joby in for the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The Texans on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And look at this. It's a fake. But he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here.
And this is caught. It's a big play there for the Browns. 41 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw, Mayfield to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. On 2nd and goal, Mayfield. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game, as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. And again, it's Mayfield to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
Who's that? 19. 51. Stop your whining. 55. He's checking. Cracks. Whip. 31. Check.
Now a 1st down throw. Watson. He gets it to Thomas. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Coleman. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Here's Watson, rolling to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a 1st down. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the Browns' 44-yard line.
What's up? 19. 34.
Throwing now, Watson forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
On 3rd down. Muhammad, and he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. First down, Mayfield. Being chased out, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll drop to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Exit. 55 is mine, guys. 55. So we got me.
Mayfield to throw for it on fourth. He'll find his man on the comeback route, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first and 10, Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end zone, got a 2-point conversion as well. I don't know, though. In the end, you still lost the football game.
You still lost the game, but maybe they were just capitalizing on the flurry at the end, right? You scored the touchdown, keep the momentum going, go for 2. Maybe they're working on something for down the road. As you said, it doesn't matter. You lose the game, but you finish with a touchdown and a successful 2-point conversion.
Some sort of a building block.
Yeah, something.
So for the Texans, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.